Hello, this is Bava, and this is a recording of a Pauper daily for Magic Gathering Strat. I told Dan that I would try and record some of my videos since he's in Sweden and I'm on the West Coast. I have a little bit better access time-wise to getting into the Pauper dailies, which is more difficult for him. So I'm going to try and record this, and you may see more of my videos on MTGO Strat and on the Magic Gathering Strat YouTube channel. So I hope that you enjoy them, and tune in. This is round one of the Pauper Daily. This is my deck. I'm playing Deluxekoff's Hexchant deck against Goblins. I forgot to record this while we were playing it, so I'm going to play the replays, and that'll probably go, they go pretty quickly, the replays. So these will be abbreviated for the first round, but I did record rounds 2 through 4, which you'll be able to watch following this round, if you like. So here we go with game 1, round 1 in the Pauper Daily. So I apologize, this is so quick. I'm playing a forest with Sprawl. You can see he's already got a goblin out. 2 goblins out. Typical goblin fashion, he's hitting me hard. I've got a lot of mana, and now I have a 4/4 first striker, but will it help against the massive goblin onslaught? And of course he's got the raiders and the sledder, which lets him sacrifice goblins and get +1s, which makes it challenging for me both to attack and to block his goblins. I got Silhana up to 6/6 first strike, which is enough to swing, but probably not enough to block at this point. I will chump block with my Bond Beetle here, but I'm down to 8, and as we can see, all I have is land. So I can block one of these guys, but that's probably game over for me in round 1. We lose the first game to Goblins. On to round 2. We have to get back in here. Bear with me. And sneak peek, you get to find out how I placed already here at the beginning. Unfortunately, where did we go? Oh yes, here we are. Game 2. Alright, so we lost game 1 against Goblins. Here is game 2, again at super speed. So we get a pretty good hand. We got a Moment's Peace, which should help us against these Goblins. No enchants for our scouts, but we just got a Rancor, so that should help. We got the scout out with the Rancor now. And he got that darn Sledder out right away, which those guys are hard to deal with. Hexchant doesn't really have much they can do about them. And he took out our enchanted land with a raise, so he got rid of 2 mana right there. And one of our enchantments, which is a pretty big blow. So I don't know if sideboarding in land hate is a good thing for people to do against Hexchant, but it's proving pretty effective right there. We are waiting to get some of our 3-drops, which we would have already if we hadn't destroyed our land. We could have the Gnarlid and the Armadillo Cloak out. So he's got a little bit slower in terms of goblins. I think he sacrificed some of his speed for things like the land destruction. Oh, we're losing, guys. I'm going to get a Sprawl back, though. So that'll help us Moment's Peace next round if we need to, which we do because he got a Bushwhacker. So thank goodness for Moment's Peace. And now we can get a Gnarlid out, who is 3/3, big enough to block, but he's not swinging into him, which lets us get the Armadillo Cloak. So he's a 6/6, 9/7 trample lifelink. And I think that pretty much gives us the game at this point, because he doesn't have the momentum out to get around that lifelink swing. So we might as well make him 12/8, swing for game 2, and we win game 2 at lightning speed. So we were now 1-1 against Goblins in this first round of the Pauper Daily. Let's go find game 3. And I do apologize for the fast speed of these games. The replays go super fast, but you get the highlights anyway. Rounds 2 through 4 are at normal speed. I recorded those as I was playing them. So they're a little bit easier to follow. Alright, so here's game 3, the tiebreaker against Goblins. And you don't get to see my sideboard tech, but I did put in Moment's Peace, obviously, against the Goblins. And I think that's all I put in. I think I took out the 4-drop hexproof guy and a few other things. I don't remember exactly what I took out in this particular matchup. But here we go, game 3. And so we milled down to, or we mulled to 6 cards. I did this thing that I do where I have this great hand but no creatures. So if a creature shows up, we'll be in such good shape, but I don't know if it's going to happen in time. I probably should have mulled. I hate going down to 5 and making that risk, but you know, look at these great enchantments we would have if we just had something to cast them on. But as it turns out, he's just going to fishbowl us. We're going to get another great enchantment, and we lose. And I can tell you that the very next card was a creature, but obviously too late, so I should not have kept that hand. I should have maybe gone down to 5, but who knows if that would have been any better than the 6 we kept, which if we'd just gotten a creature, we would have had great stuff to put on it. First strike lifelink is nothing to be too sad about. Of course, with those sacrifice a goblin guys there, he could have blocked and made sure we didn't get the lifelink, so it might not have made too big of a difference. It's really hard to work around these slutters and these sacrifice effects, because he can really use those to his advantage and stop our life gain and chump block. Of course, the trample from the armadillo cloak would help us on the attack, but certainly would not help us if we needed to block those goblins. So it would have been a challenge. So we lose the first round against goblins, 0-1 to start off our Pauper Daily. But watch videos 2, 3, and 4 to see how we do. I guarantee that we win at least 2 of them. You can try and guess which ones they are. Alright, this has been Bava recording round 1 of the Pauper Daily on March 8th for Magic Gathering Strat. I hope you enjoyed and watched the other videos. We were running Deluxekoff's Hexchant deck. You can find out all about this deck with the interview with Deluxekoff on mtgostrat.com. Alright,